So anyways, Lazy Susan. Then we got this adorable little mirror, right? Little silver. I don't know if it's sterling or if it's just silver plate, but I think it's so cute. And it's so little, just fits in the palm of your hand. So I don't know where they would have used this, unless it went to something in a purse. I don't know, but that'll be polished a bit, researched, and listed. Then we recently found a pair of seashell coasters and a caddy and sold those so quickly. So we found the same setup, only this one is just got some etching, right? Trying not to blind you with all that. Look, great mirror, you can see my balcony. Anyways, so there's 6 coasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, in a little caddy, super cute. And of course, these are silver plated as well. Then we have some barley twist situation candle holders, and they're highly lacquered. So I don't know how old they are. Old enough for someone to put their name. Remember those old address things that they used to sell or give away? Yeah, so anyways, have a pair of these. Fun. This is, I don't know, it's kind of like a darker brown. It's not like medium or light, so I'd say it's on the side of the darker color. So there's those. Then we ended up getting this tray with the cherubs on it. Kind of like Florentine, right? This was still made in Italy. PF4 is the tag on the back, Italy. We'd not seen that one before, so snag that up. This I found at a flea market. Normally we don't mess with flea markets just because in this area it seems like most of the flea markets are things like dollar store stuff, grocery stuff, things like that, and we don't generally find things. But there's one in, God, where was it that we were on the way out of town? I can't even remember now, but it's probably about 40 minutes away from Raleigh, maybe about 45 minutes. Anyways, so we found this tucked in a corner, and it was not that expensive. I haven't tested it to see if it works or not, but we can easily rewire it if needed. And there is, because the bottom's already been taken off. This looks kind of like 70s, but still very cool. And it's metal. Is it brass? I don't know. I haven't even touched it to see if it sticks to my magnet, so we'll have to do that later. Then we have these adorable hippo cigarette pincher holder things. Like, we've had the birds once before, sold it. We recently found another one that we picked up. It's a little bit bigger than this, but like, we haven't been able to find the hippos for a price that we can generally bear to pay. There's some obviously use marks, and then on the back it's got all the patents and everything, just like the other ones do. Then we have this potpourri dish. Now, I'm not big on like fake smells just because they give me headaches, but people love using these little dishes as potpourri dishes, and you could actually make some with like dried rose petals or dried flowers. It'd be so pretty in here. In another life, I actually used to do herbal remedies and essential oil stuff and potpourri. So natural smelling potpourri I can live with. But anyways, super cute. Dogwood blossoms with a little bird sitting on top. And there's no chips. There's wear to the pewter, but sometimes I don't think people care about that. Or at least in my experience, we haven't had an issue selling it. So Then I love, 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 love these types of frames. And this is so pretty. It's still got the white enamel. It doesn't have a lot of bends. There's not a lot of pitting. There's not a lot of loss of the enamel itself. So super excited to find that and pick it up. It's a good size, 5x7. So there's that. Then we have these fish plates. We find these fish plates often, but they're incredibly expensive when we do find them. And we found a set of 6. Is it 6? Yeah, 6, and it's French, Ararock. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but there are a set of 6, and no damage that we've been able to find. Yep, there's the little tag. Anyways, there's that. And actually, the majority of them still had the tag on it, so they were probably never used. So, exciting find for that. And I know when I first started, we did auctions, and we ended up getting an auction lot locally that had a ton of cake stands in it. And I still have one cake stand left, and that was 3 years ago. So they don't tend to move very fast if they're clear glass. So I don't know. I just love this one, and I like the design on it. Got like little flowers here and a little cross section there, but Bryce Higby, so this is antique. I don't see the B symbol, which he usually had on some of these, so I'm gonna just have to investigate a little further on that. But super cute. I love them. I think that they can be used not just for cakes and donuts and pies or whatnot, but plant stands for elevation. If you've got limited shelf space, I used to use these all the time in our other apartment. I like that. And then I was very happy to find this because it's quite different. I've not been able to find a milk glass cake plate that didn't cost a lot. So I was able to pick this up, be able to resell it. I don't know. I just think it's so pretty. I think milk glass is definitely a missed thing. I'm thinking, well, I've been reading people saying that it's coming back into style again, but we'll see. So there's that cake plate. And then we ended up getting a lamp. This guy, so cute with the birds. Does it work? I don't know. I haven't plugged it in yet. It was sitting in some bucket in a back corner at that flea market. What is that on the back? It's even got a little painted thing on the back, which is interesting because the rest of it's completely blank on the back except for that one little spot right there. Anyways, it had this little like globe sitting on it, so precariously sitting on it, I might add. So I don't know if this is supposed to go with it. Have to do some research on that, but this will be listed. If it doesn't work, it will be rewired so it does work. So that's 2 lamps. And since we're on the subject of lamps, I found a lamp, and I don't know that I'll be able to sell it. I think this one's probably going to end up staying with me. So I love this. First of all, orange. Second of all, it's flowers, and there's brass. I think this is just stunning. I love this so much, and it was cheap too. It was like $15. So if this doesn't work, I am for sure going to rewire this. I have a billion harps that I got from another auction, so I'm sure I have something that will work there. And I'll figure out a shade that goes with it. But this is for me. I'm going to keep this one. I just think it's gorgeous. What else? Yeah, so these little antique receipt stabby things, receipt holders. This has a lot of nice ornamental decoration embossed on the base. These sell every time we pick them up. We end up selling them. So if it's a decent price, we always pick them up. Then we found this. This is cottagecore to the max. Let me just say, look at this, adorable. Look at that. Look at the lid. So stinking cute. Love it. It's just a generic ceramic. There's no signature or anything like that on the bottom. Little lid comes off. No damage. No, I take that back. There's a little chip right there on the lid, but so cute. It looks so cute on a shelf. So there's that. Not washing that because I'll wipe it with a damp cloth. I'm pretty sure those flowers would come right off. Then another thing that we always pick up when we can find them for a decent price is candle snuffers. This one's a brass one, and it's fairly petite for what it is. So we haven't seen this shape before, and we've sold a lot of them. So that was a definite pickup. And Jason found this on the top of a shelf somewhere. I don't even remember where he found it, but he liked the mid-century modern shape. And again, I have done zero research on this stuff, so I'll have to do that. But you can see it's got the little thing on the back, or on the top of it. Some hors d'oeuvre tray for sure, but I don't know if this served any purpose here. Then we have these. Christmas is coming, so deeply discounted when we found them. Like, I can't believe that we got these for like, I think it was maybe $14, $15, something like that. And they're good quality. They're substantial, right? They're not like that super light brass that's like not as old. So we got those. And then these little wall pockets sell for us. So we had a larger one with this design on it about a year ago. So we found this, good price. Again, this was from the flea market. Then Renee is me, decorating a bathroom. We have 2 bathrooms in this apartment, and one is like a darker, jungly kind of effect, and the other one is more rattan fabrics, like southern coastal towns, I guess is the only way. I'm trying to think of how to explain it with the colors, but yeah, swamps and like probably the eastern seaboard, Florida, Georgia, Charleston kind of situation. So I used a monkey pod dish, leaf shape, that we had forever and no one wanted to buy it. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. So I have it hanging up in the bathroom on the wall with a command strip on the back. So found a couple more to add to the collection, which, how beautiful is this? The capiz shell in here and this lighter wood. The shape is beautiful. So I'm excited about that. That's not for sale. Then we also found this one, which is texturally interesting, right? With the whitewash over the wood. I guess that's how they did it. Or maybe they put the brown, I don't know. But it's cute, and it's gonna be hung up to join the leaf collection. Then we found this single. Now, it's a double candle holder, but the bird on it, I've never ever seen that. And there's so much clear glass out there. We've seen a ton of clear glass candle holders. So this one I thought was special enough to pick up, even though it's a single. And from what I can tell, there's no cracks on this thing at all. No chips. So it's got a little pontal on the bottom. dirty as anything, so I'll have to wash that. But yeah, I like that. Then Lennox candle holders. In the, is this a feather? I think it's like a feather pattern. I don't know, but they're so pretty and they're flawless. So I guess you could say I'm also a sucker for candle holders. I have so many. I have so many of them in the shop. Then we've got these porcelain drawer pulls. How cute are those? Now these came from a shop that I will probably never go back to again. You know, we have no problem with the way people price their inventory. Everyone's in the business. Everyone's trying to make some money, right? And when you're in an antique place, that rent is not cheap. So we understand that they have to price things accordingly. However, these things were in a plastic bag, right? And it had porcelain drawer pulls on it, $6. That was not accurate. I was pissed, excuse language, but Jason, I had gone outside and he was at the counter paying, so he just picked them up. So it ended up being $2 a piece for this. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 bucks. When on the thing it said 6, and it was clear. It wasn't like it was faded. So anyways, what was the name of that place? Terrence Antiques in Charleston. And let me just say that one of the things we saw in there was an opalescent hobnail dish, right? Little trinket dish. And that woman had it priced for $78. I don't get that at all. So I'm not sure. It was just like an anchor hawking kind of a situation. I don't know. I don't understand. $78. I took a picture of it because I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Anyways, and the last thing, I think it's the last thing that I picked up, is this basket. I am obsessed. It is so cute. It would display so well in like a little cabin or like just on a shelf. Love this thing. Little picnic basket, right? It's got these little things to lock it down shut. You open it. It's got the little area to hold things inside of it. It is so cool. Love it. I have not ever seen anything like that before, so definitely had to pick that up, and it was for a good price. So that's the haul from our little Charleston trip. No, I'll just post the video and no editing because it is what it is, right? Peace. I'll see you later.